How do all? Another day, another video today. First use of the new ramp. We're going to get that blue 3-door Discovery in, you saw me pick up a few days ago. Start stripping that down. I've got someone who wants various bits off it, so it's the next one to get on with. So let's make a start. Since picking this up, I've not actually opened it to see what's in it, so come and join me and see what we've got as part of this deal. Fuel tank, another fuel tank, an alley one, one diff, a welded diff, third diff, interior panels, door cards, more interior panels, electric seat switches and looms, UJs, rear lights, front indicators, headlights, battery, sun visors, glass, side trim, half shaft, shocks, more shocks, spare wheel carrier, hub, mats, door frames, and a side trim. It's hard to get hold of them. Airbox, various fluids, God knows what they are. Axle fluid, fourth wheel and tyre obviously. Tin this lovely blue paint, rear bumper, whole box of mirrors, polybush radius arms, couple of grills, and then what looks like a full ES electric interior in grey. Let's have a look. So we've got a grey ES leather interior, electric, various seat frames. Being a 3-door, obviously it needs the hot hatch flip up ones. We've got a snorkel template, handy to keep, a Stereo high power CB aerial, box of seat belts, various door handles and locking solenoids, and then what's left of the interior. So yeah, body's had some welding done. It's not pretty, but looks fairly solid enough. With a good clean up, that'll probably be alright. I don't know what that is. Looks like it's been done some way or another. So yeah, so now it's get the front bumper off. Start stripping it down. Need to get the engine out. Going to lift the body off. So we need to get all this disconnected under here. Oh. So yeah, I'm told it's a good runner. We had it up on the, we had it started before we got it on the trailer, so I know it runs. So yeah, start getting it stripped. Right, so next job, had to get the bumper off quick because it's sold, is to now get the body off. We're going to try and list the body. It's a 3-door, so it's the hot hatch GTI model. Leery paintwork, but it's had loads of welding done, so might be of use to someone. So we're going to take the body off. First of all, I've been around and done a couple because they were the quick and simple ones. So you've got these ones here at the front, both sides. Them ones there. You got outrigger, rear outrigger, rearmost mounts. As you can see, this truck has got a body lift on it, so that's something else that's worth something to someone. Oh, and we've got extended bump stops. There you go. And extended brake lines. So, right, the next thing normally would be the 2 seatbelt anchors there, but as it was stripped out, they weren't there. And these inner mounts here, as you can see, they've not been done up either, so we don't have to do them. So all we've got left now is the 4 outriggers. Now the next problem is whoever built this put this rock slider on, welded it straight to the chassis and to the box section. So we're gonna have to chop it somewhere. I don't know whether we'll be able to, I don't think we'll be able to get a blade in there. So I think we're just gonna have to chop through them. I don't know what the destined for the chassis yet, whether I'll keep it if it's a good one or whether it'll just get scrapped, but yeah, we might we'll have them off here. And then they can go with the body, I suppose, and someone can make use of them. So, right, let's get them other ones stripped off. And obviously the ramp is on the chassis, so we can undo the body without a problem. So yeah, we'll get them 4 undone, and then we should be, other than chopping through these, ready to go. So all the body mounts are undone. So next is the brake lines. So one there on both sides. And underneath, obviously undo that one. Then we've got the steering shaft, which is up there, 113mm, and that will pop out. And then we just need to check the gear levers inside, make sure they're free and easy to come out. And yeah, then it's just cutting these off, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but that's what we got to do. Okay, so all the body mounts are undone, brake lines are all undone. The welded on seal supports are cut, or pretty much cut. They should snap if there's anything left. So next is the engine bay. I've undone the 13mm on the steering shaft. We need to disconnect the fuel filter. As you can see, it's got that extra bit on from the body lift. The matrix pipes. It was an aircon one, but obviously that's gone, so that's alright. No, the rad mount's already done, so I don't need to worry about that. This one just needs pulling out down here. And the steering, what we got here, power steering. The earth, we've got to take the earth off on there. The rad's coming with it. That's coming. I've got to do the clutch line, which is that one there on the master. And the loom that goes through there, under there. Ugh. So I think that's pretty much it from memory. So we'll get on with that. Okay, so I don't know how visible that is to you, but you've got this loom that comes to the bulkhead here that needs to be unplugged. Got one that comes up there, there. Let's see if I can set this down. There's that one. There's that one. And then we've got this one that goes around here to this side. Okay, so loom out. Got to whip that header tank off, or just undo the bottle. Probably just undo the bottle. Throttle cable's off. I've undone the fuel pipes, but didn't really need to yet, but did them while I was there. And we still got to have this loom off that runs around the back here to the multi-plug at the back. So that's next. I think we are good to go. Tea first. Right, now see if it will come off and see what we've forgotten, because we're bound to have forgotten something, so here we go. So there we go, another separation done. New ramp worked well. Yep, new ramp's fine, probably good to go and get rid of the Bradbury now. I wanted to make sure that I could do a Discovery body removal on here easy enough, because the Bradbury's got a bit shorter arms, so it makes life a little bit easier, but once you get these right, it's fine. So there we go, one body separated from one chassis. Right, couple of jobs to do today. First one's to have a drink of tea. Second one, we've got to strip the chassis down. I've removed the bolts on the prop shaft, so the prop shafts can come off. Then I'll unbolt the transfer box, lift that out of the way. Unbolt the gearbox, lift that out of the way. Unbolt the engine, take that off. Roll the chassis onto the lift and take the axles off. And then anything else left behind, like the steering box, etc. So we've got to do that today. Another job we've got to do is service this TD5 Discovery for a friend of mine. This is the one we pulled out of a hedge last week. Got it all cleaned up, been for an MOT, passed no problems, other than a side light bulb, but that was done in situ before it finished the test, so that's alright. Couple of advisories, nothing too scary. The friend of mine who has this hasn't had a Discovery for a long time, and I don't even know if he's had a Discovery 2 before, but so I've told him to use it for 6 months, see how he gets on, because he's got some disabilities, so just to make sure he gets on alright with it, and if it's all good, we will probably put a galvanised chassis under it. Because although the chassis is solid, it is showing signs of corrosion. But yeah, so I said give it 6 months, see how you get on with it. If you're happy with it and everything runs right, we will put a galv chassis under it. We've done a few of them already, so we know what we're doing with those. So today we're servicing, oil change, fuel filter change, air filter change, check all the axle diffs. Sorry, check all the axles and transfer box levels. So I've had it running for a little while to warm the old oil up, so I'll drop that out. Don't know, you can see the oil filter's down there behind the turbo, so I've got to let it cool right down before I can get my hands in there. And then obviously fuel filter is in the rear wheel arch, air filter obviously there. So we'll drop the oil out now while it's warm, and then we'll come back once it's cooled right down and take the filter off and change that over. So in between, obviously, we can get back on with stripping that down. Now it's warmed up, I will drain the oil. Okay, so the sump plug is there. You can see it just there on the back of the sump there. It's a 17mm 6-sided. So we'll undo that and let the oil drain out. And here it comes. Apparently it takes 7 litres or so. So we'll let that drain out and then let it cool down so we can get the filter off. Right, so the oil's drained out of that, new filter's on. Just started refilling it, just put 5 litres in and let it settle. Check the level before we put the last bit in. Transfer box is off the chassis. And now the gearbox is coming off, so that's next. Right, and now gearbox is off. And there it is. So I normally save them up and they go off to a gearbox rebuilder. I don't normally sell them privately. So yeah, so now it's just the engine left to go, and then we'll get on with the axles. Engine's out, front axle's off, almost ready on the back. Here we go, all stripped, ready to go in stock for whenever we need to blast and replace one on another truck. So that's that one done.